What is going on, world? The Hungarian experiment here, and it is time to celebrate. This morning when I woke up and checked the 40-hour fast, it is at 100,000 views now. So all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to do something special for you guys, so today we're going to do the 10,000 calorie challenge. Yep. I, as the Hungarian experiment, will eat 10,000 calories today, and I'll also make sure it fits into my experiments in life. If you guys are new to this channel, or you just stumbled upon it because of the 10,000 calorie challenge, then you need to understand that I believe life is situational. We need to stop pretending that life can fit in this box for every single person, and we need to learn to manipulate life to give us the results we want by adding as much knowledge and skills to our arsenal as possible. We need to build up these tools and learn how to just get what we want from life by making little tweaks rather than dealing with life and all the bullshit that comes with it. So the only way that I can show you guys how I manipulate life is through these long videos and showing you these different tools that I've developed. Now, normally as the Hungarian experiment, I will explain my experiments in the beginning of the video. I'll explain my plan for the day and then take you guys throughout my day. But because today is the 10,000 calorie challenge and I'll be doing a lot of sitting down and eating, I'll have a lot of time to explain my life and explain my day to you guys. So let's get this video started then. I stopped eating last night at 9:30 p.m. and it is currently 2 in the afternoon. So I've been fasting for the last 16 and a half hours. I got a few experiments to do here, then it's off to the gym, and then we're gonna start the 10,000 calorie challenge. Here we go, world. .54 there, we're creeping on to 4 o'clock. Just finished my workout, currently at 18 and a half hours fasted, and I am so ready for 10,000 calories. Let's do this. 4:35 there, 20 hours completely fasted, ready to start this 10,000 calorie challenge. We're here at McCabe's, starting off with a schooner of Budweiser. Here we go. So we're creeping on to 19 and a half hours of no food. All I've had is most of that beer. Got a second one going. Got a side salad, some French fries, and the out of this world burger. So we have 5 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of Canadian bacon. I'm gonna say that's about 4 ounces of beef and some bread. And while I eat this, I'll add this all into my Fitness and show you the macros after. So I'm obviously not done eating here, but let's just take a look. I entered all this macros in. Let's see where I'm at right now. 1,549 calories. The 2 beers, the 5 slices of bacon, sorry for that, 2 slices of Canadian bacon, the burger bun, the actual burger. I lied. I think that's more about 6 ounces than 4 ounces. 4 ounces doesn't seem right. We got French fries and then the salad there. Finish this off and probably go for a walk after this. There's some stuff going on downtown, so we'll see how that's going. I want to check out Sunfest. Let's see what goes on here in London, Ontario at Sunfest. Very full right now. Very, very full.
Chicken no? Chicken in.
So 6 o'clock there, just enjoying some vitamin D at Sunfest, having a good time. Look at these people having a good time. This is London for you.
You know how I roll, option A. Right? Even if you
Oh my god, all this stuff looks so good, but we're going for one of these. I love sour candy. Oh yeah. 6:49 there, all home from Sunfest and from my first meal and from the grocery store. As you guys saw there, I picked up a whole fruit cheesecake from Metro. And I'm gonna show you guys how I put this on MyFitnessPal and I tracked it with my macros. So if you see here, they have the nutritions for 1/14 of the cake. It is about 300 calories, but it is in grams. What I love about MyFitnessPal is that I can go here and I can add some food into my diary, and all I have to do is hit this barcode. And from the barcode, I can go up to literally any barcode there, and as long as it's in MyFitnessPal, it will register and come up onto MyFitnessPal there. Now here's the issue. Here, it's all in grams. When you hit the barcode, it's all in ounces. So how do I figure this out? So what I did to figure out my macros for this whole cheesecake is I took 300 calories and I just multiplied it by 14. One slice is 14th of this whole cake. So that means here, if I do 300 times 14, that will give me 4,200 calories. That is the calories for this whole cake here. So what I do is I go to MyFitnessPal here, I barcode this into the system, bam, just like that. And because this is in ounces, I just want to make sure I get the total calories right around to the same calories as it would have been there. So right around 4,200 calories there, and for the whole day I am currently at 6,000 calories. So for now, cheesecake goes in the fridge, and I have to run some errands, so I'm gonna munch on all this sour candy and I have to run these off to Brienne. Let me know what you guys think of these, because this is gonna be a big part of the Hungarian experiment in the future, hopefully.
Gonna have to guess what's on your mind.
a double matzo burger combo.
Yep. With fries and a root beer?
Can I get the onion rings?
Yep.
And can I make that a root beer float?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then I'm also gonna get a sriracha teen burger. 10:03, I'm all back home from running some errands and hanging out with my buddy, and I stopped at A&W. Got double matzo burger. You can see there's 2 patties on that sucker. We got sriracha teen burger, onion rings, root beer float. There's a quarter of that cheesecake. It's time to get to work. So I just put everything in MyFitnessPal for the A&W meal I just bought there. So the onion rings, the double matzo burger, teen burger, and a root beer float. Now right there, that's 2,000 calories. One meal technically for me from A&W is basically my whole regular day because I only get around 23 to 2,500 calories. But let's just see everything so far and how we're doing. Of course, I haven't ate the full cheesecake, but that is still listed here. So right now I'm at 8,000 calories. So while I eat this root beer float here, I want to discuss why I do intermittent fasting and why I think it's important to do intermittent fasting in your life. Obviously, go do the research for yourself. There's plenty of research online that you can find for yourself. But if you guys like, my channel right now is full with information on intermittent fasting. I have videos where I just talk to the camera about intermittent fasting and explain what it is. I also have several videos where I try to give you tips and tricks on how to implement intermittent fasting in your life. So make sure you guys go check out those videos if you really are interested. But part of my journey as the Hungarian experiment is that I am documenting my life while I experiment to get the most optimal results out of life. Right now, at this stage of my life, intermittent fasting is working amazingly for me. I'm able to keep my fat levels really low while putting on muscle. For the last couple months, I've been experimenting with doing things like working my chest and my legs 4 to 5 days straight. And because of intermittent fasting, I'm recovering very, very fast. I'm not even sore the next day I go to the gym. I feel 100% better to go. And like I've said previously, 1 week there, I did chest 7 days straight. Every single day I made sure I hit chest, and not just 1 or 2 exercises. I did about 10 to 12 sets of chest, making sure I got lots of time under tension and I was overloading the muscle with weight, which made me see results on myself. I'm seeing results on my own body. So take that as you like, but I'm gonna explain how I implement intermittent fasting into my life. So what I try to do is I try to eat clean, natural, whole foods for about 4 to 7 days straight. I will get about 2,300 to 2,500 calories in my system on those days. And I find that puts me in a caloric deficit. So for those 4 to 7 days, I am cutting fat. Now, because I eat in a short window, I only eat for about 5 to 7 hours every single day, that aids in the fat loss. And it has many hormonal benefits, as well as growth hormone, which I believe is why I'm putting on so much muscle right now and I'm able to keep my fat levels extremely low. What I find is after this 4 to 7 days of eating like this is not just my mood, but my body gets kind of drained and run down. So what I like to do is I like to spike it up with a huge cheat day. Now normally it's not something like this where it's 10,000 calories, but I shoot to get about 5 to 7,000 calories. Depending if it's summer or it's winter, I might try to keep my fat levels lower, but it's always to throw off my body and put it into huge caloric surplus. As I said there's tons of research, but if you guys want to see even more research, I am doing this on my own body. I'm doing this for a whole year straight, eating in a 5 to 7 hour eating window and having these caloric deficit days and then spiking with a cheat day. And you guys will get to see, as the Hungarian experiment, how I'm keeping my fat levels low all the way throughout this year, and I'm gonna put on a whole bunch of muscle. So although I have all these other experiments going on like stomach vacuum and planches, I still have long-term things that are kind of going on in the background that you guys can follow along with. But also, on top of the intermittent fasting and trying to eat clean, I'm still learning with life. I'm only 25 years old. I'm still learning things about my body, so I'm experimenting. The last 2 months, I've been experimenting with if it fits your macros. So just like everything else on my channel, take it as it is. I'm just documenting my own life. I'm trying to display all the factors that I'm putting into it, and I want to show you guys. So that way it's possible to scientifically analyze what factors are affecting progress. And that is my goal as the Hungarian experiment. So if you're new to this channel and this is the first video you've seen of mine, I really hope you guys go check out some of my other videos and see what else I'm experimenting with life, and maybe it can help you along your journey as well. Thank you very much. Let's drink the rest of this root beer. Now, as I said earlier, I believe you need to learn to manipulate life, and life is situational. So I planned for today. I didn't just get 23 to 2,500 calories yesterday. Yesterday, I only had a 4-hour eating window, and I was in a lot more caloric deficit than I normally am. I only had about 1,800 to 1,900 calories because I knew I was planning for this. On top of that, I did a 2-a-day yesterday. I understand to get 10,000 calories in that today I'm gonna have to extend my eating window. So to ensure I got a little bit of extra fat loss, I'm doing things tomorrow as well as yesterday to make sure that my whole life is not as affected by what I do just on one day. Filter. I think the cheesecake might be a bad idea. Definitely. All right, 10:35 and I'm full. Holy. Still have a little bit left and 3/4 and 2,000 calories to go. Hopefully finish around like 2 till 3 a.m. this morning. But I only did start eating around 4:30 this afternoon. 12:16, the experiment continues. So still got that last little bit of cheesecake from the first slice and 3/4 of a whole cake still to go. I'm not feeling too bad. I was really stuffed after that A&W, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm gonna try to eat like that much. Let's see what happens. Alright, time for another break there. I'm more than halfway done the cheesecake. Holy, this is getting rough now. 1:24 in the morning. Completely forgot I had a bush left over for my beer experiment, so Let's get that going. And I quickly ran out to the grocery store. Got a whole bunch of barbecue chicken wings and some more sour candy. So once I get the rest of this and that cheesecake in me, I am at 9,826 calories.
For real, man. I don't think my luck is that good. I hope it is, but if it ain't, so be it. Ready.
Baby.
Think me being in LA is gonna fall into that too. Sucks. We just promoting the album.
Alright, 3:40 in the morning, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm hurting. My stomach is in pain, like, everything's tight around my body. If I manage to eat all this cheesecake, I still won't be at 10,000 calories. And I know I won't be able to eat all this cheesecake, but I'm gonna try at least. We'll say I'll stop by 4 in the morning. That's when I'll totally give up. That'll be just under 12 hours of eating, which is what most people do in one day. Here we go. My teeth hurt from the candy. Like, it's not easy because my teeth are in pain. I'm sorry, world. I failed you. There's no way I can eat all this. The cheesecake was a big mistake. It's just so dense. Why didn't I learn from the Pizza Hut $5 deal challenge? All that Alfredo sauce and all that cheese was just not a good idea. But here's my pledge. My pledge is that by the end of this month, so the end of July, I'm going to try to get as shredded down as possible. To display how this cheat day is going to have little to no effect on fat in my life, my whole goal is that I'm going to get as shredded down as possible for my 1-year transformation, which will be at the end of this month, so at the end of July. My pledge is that after that, I will redo the 10,000 calorie challenge, but I will plan it a lot better. I'm not gonna start eating at like 4:30, obviously. I'm gonna start a lot earlier in the day. I just had some stuff going on yesterday that kind of kept me up all night. So thank you guys very much for sticking around with the video. I'm sorry I couldn't complete this, but like I have the biggest food baby going on right now. This is some next level shit. So if you've managed to stick around this long in the video, thank you very much. If you're new to this channel and you like what you saw here, make sure you guys go check out some other videos. Like I discussed earlier, I do many different things in my life. I experiment with a lot of things so that way I can have days like this. I can have days where I can indulge. I've learned and adapted my body to be able to do this. And that's what I want to document for you guys, is that I live life situationally. Oh yes, so my plan for tomorrow to help my body through the fat loss and to deal with all this food is that I'm just going to continue on fasting through my work. Tomorrow I work 4 till 8. It's currently just about 4 in the morning. So by the time I finish work there, I'll be around 16 hours fasted, and then I'll head off for the gym. By the time I finish that stuff and start my first meal, it'll be around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So if it's 10 o'clock, that puts me at 18 hours fasted. And I'll probably just have like a larger meal, but only within like a couple hours. And then that'll be it for tomorrow, and then I'll just go into a regular day after that. So thank you guys very much for watching a failed attempt at a 10,000 calorie challenge with the Hungarian experiment. It's time for fucking bed.